I see you guys smiling with that song. You ever heard this stuff?
Yeah.
John? How about this one? This guy's out of Columbus, Ohio. They were a biker band. They were called the Gods.
Not familiar with them.
No?
To be honest with you, no.
1976. I'm an old fucker, dude. You know?
I was only 7 years old.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you should have known. Even in Pampers.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, John? You remember any of these guys?
No, 76. I would be 11 years old.
11 years old? Yeah, man, you guys are a bunch of youngsters, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special Monday night edition of #PVT. It's Monday Night Live, brought to you by Desperado Harley-Davidson. They're celebrating their 10-year anniversary this Saturday, October 16th, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's a bike night. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. The weather's going to be nice and cool. There's going to be food, cold beer, Harleys, giveaways, bikers, and a costume contest with prizes. So you can get your costume on, start testing it out at the contest, because there's some at the end of the month, but we're going to kick it off a little early on the 16th so you can win some good stuff there at Desperado Harley-Davidson on Benson Expressway 83 in McAllen, Texas. Full-blown stage and production. It's going to be happening with live music featuring Venomous. You remember them? They were here, ¿te acuerdas? They were singing the ranchera one night, and we're like, what the hell? These rockers are doing that music? And also Rob Gracia band out of Brownsville, Texas. Now, Rob Gracia is well known in the biker community. He's played a lot. He's performed at a lot of rallies, and he's going to be there with us as well. And, of course, headlining the show on Saturday night, Whiskey D, Daddy-O. We haven't played since June, and we're ready to kick it off. And the funny thing about it, John, ladies and gentlemen, we got John Thompson and Sean Rice from Desperado Harley-Davidson here with us tonight. And the funny thing about it is that Whiskey D is celebrating 10 years as well, bro.
Nice.
So it's going to be like an anniversary celebration for Desperado Harley and a 10-year celebration for Whiskey D as well. So we're going to leave it all on stage, folks. It's going to be happening. Everything starts around 5 o'clock, you know. You got all day to do what you got to do. Then you come on over to Desperado Harley-Davidson. We're going to have the stage, and the parking lot's going to be having, you know, drinks and food and all kinds of great stuff. Bring your lawn chair if you got one you want to sit, or you can maybe sit on your bike and watch the show. But we're going to have a good time. First band starts about 5 o'clock, 5:15. That's Venomous. And then about 6 o'clock, we've got the Rob Gracia band, 7:30. Whiskey D's going to hit the stage, and we're going to have a good time. And it's getting a little dark earlier, so the light show's going to look nice. Right? And so we've got, the reason I was playing the Gods is because they're from Columbus, Ohio, and these guys are from Ohio. Where exactly are you from, John?
Chagrin Falls, Ohio.
Spring Falls?
Chagrin Falls.
Chagrin Falls.
Yes, sir.
And what about you, Sean?
Springfield, Ohio.
Springfield, Ohio. Isn't that where Bart Simpson lives in? Something like that, right?
You know how many times I heard that? Come on. You have to be a little bit more original.
I know, right? But is that where they decide? Well, no, because it's supposed to be Illinois, right?
It's supposed to be secret, so they never show you the city, because there's like a Springfield, Massachusetts. There's like Springfield in every town. I mean, in every state. So.
My friend used to say Massachusetts instead of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I was always cracking up with that, man. He could never get it right. So, and these guys are from Ohio. How far are you from Columbus, Ohio?
About an hour and a half north.
Because Ohio's like the size of Hidalgo County, isn't it? Like, isn't it something like
Pretty
that?
much. Well, pretty much.
So is it Cincinnati or is it Cleveland? I mean, who do you guys support out there in the NFL, if you guys like the NFL?
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns?
Yeah. Even though I'm closer to Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
I'm closer to Columbus. I grew up a Browns fan. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
You know, your dad won't let you in the house if you don't root for the Browns.
The Browns, dude. And then they moved them to Baltimore.
Yes.
And man, there was an uproar in Cleveland, dude.
Fans are strong.
They made a big stink about it. They had to get an expansion team out of Cleveland after that.
I could tell you how bad it was. My family split because my dad's from Baltimore. So my dad and my brother went with the Ravens, and me and my other brother sucked it up and waited for the Browns to come back.
That's good for you.
I
would have done the same damn thing, man. I don't jump like, hey, hold on. You're leaving me, honey. I ain't leaving you. Yep. Yeah. And you guys got your wish, man, and they're doing really well, man.
About time.
Yesterday's game was a high-scoring situation, bro. Do y'all keep up with the NFL and stuff like that?
Try to. I'm more of a college fan. I went to Ohio State, but they murdered Maryland. It was like 66 to 17.
I hate those games.
Yeah,
man.
it was horrible.
Those games are just to get drunk. Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Just get drunk.
Yeah, it
right?
was horrible.
And so you're a Cleveland fan as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
No Cincinnati Bengals. They almost beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, was it, or the yesterday or something like that, or
The Chiefs, wasn't it?
oh, the Chiefs was last night.
Yeah.
And they were playing. Man, I forgot, but
yeah. That's what happens.
I drank.
We
a
were
little
just
bit
watching the
yesterday.
game last night, babe. What was it? It was the Chiefs versus, and they got their ass kicked by the
Buccaneers?
Bills.
Oh,
the
the Bills.
Bills.
Oh
my
yeah, the
God.
Buffalo Bills. That's
Buffalo
what.
No
Bills.
idea.
Sometimes I like to do that on purpose, like not remember something, so
Right.
the chat zone can start answering. All the
Yeah.
people on the chat zone, they get to answer. My dumbass. They don't. I don't remember. I'm getting older, dude. I'm 55 years old. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget shit.
Me too. And I'm not even as old as you yet. So
Get ready.
Hey, I tell my girl every movie out. She's like, "Did you see this movie?" I'm like, "I don't remember them anyway." So it's like watching them for the first time all over.
Yeah, that's what I do, man. My wife, she'll tell me something, and I'm afraid she might quiz me after she tells me about
I
it.
usually do that.
Because, I'm going to get an F. I'm going to flunk it, dude.
My wife says the words baseball first. She knows I'm an avid baseball fan.
Yeah?
She says baseball, and then when I pay attention, she tells me what I got to do.
What I gotta do.
Are you guys keeping up with the baseball stuff? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland changing the Indians. I mean, what's
Yeah.
up with that, man? The Galaxy, or what are they called now? Or isn't that a soccer team or something?
The Guardian.
The Guardians.
The Guardians. What the hell is that all about? And then, speaking of Columbus Day, Columbus, Ohio, they're tearing down the statues and all that. I'm totally against that bullshit, man.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. I'm into just leave it the way it is and let people, you don't like it, don't walk by it.
Right.
If you don't like it, don't listen to it. You don't like it, don't watch it.
Right.
But don't make people take stuff down.
Yeah.
I mean, that sucks, dude. And I'm all against censorship. I come from radio.
Right.
I'm
Right.
back from 1988. I was through the 90s. Some people don't remember the PMRC that tried to destroy heavy metal by banning it and stuff. And it was Tipper Gore and which is Al Gore's wife, I think.
Correct.
And they were trying to take that down, and they came up with a conclusion because a lot of heavy metal guys went on into the Congress and said, hey, this is artistic freedom, dude,
Right.
And so they ended up, giving them, okay, so we're going to have to label it now. So now they're labeled, and they had parental advisory and all that stuff.
Right.
The CDs, right? And then in the 90s, it was Howard Stern. I mean, the FCC, the feds were going after him. They were fining him millions of dollars of the stations he worked with. And it was crazy. I've always been against that, man. I mean, there's freedom of choice here in the United States of America.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, and if you have freedom of choice, and when you have a choice of buying a Harley Davidson, that's the choice you should make. All right, that's the choice you should. You see how well I segue into things.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm glad you did, because buying those Harley Davidsons helped pay for my child support and keep me out of jail.
Yeah.
So you got to do that.
Hey, guys, no.
Yeah.
A lot of the people, a lot of the guys that own Harleys watching this, probably their bike is probably under their wife's name anyway.
I'm sure.
Check.
She's the one with the good credit.
That's why when guys come into us and they're like, hey, I just got divorced, I'm like, congratulations. Now you can buy that bike you've always wanted.
Yeah,
Let's go find the right bike for
There's
you.
nothing. There's no better therapy than wind therapy.
Yeah, that's right.
And it attracts girls too.
It does. It does.
So that's the best way to do it, right, John?
You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 years. And so, Ohio, how was it growing up in Ohio, man?
Cold.
Cold. I mean, that's, obviously, it wasn't as down here in the Rio Grande Valley. As soon as it turns into 70 degrees, we start bringing out our leather jacket and shit, man.
Boots and sweaters.
Yeah, you guys are in sandals and short Bermuda shorts and shit. You know, right?
I showed up at the store. I was like, why do we got hats and jackets here?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they wanted to have flannel month this month. I was like, flannels? What are you going to do with those?
Yeah, dude. How the hell did you all make it, through your first summer in South Texas, dude, after having those cold, nights and days and months in Ohio?
Yeah, well, I've been down here for a couple of years, so last summer wasn't like this. It wasn't this hot for this long. We had more breaks in the heat. This summer's been brutal. And it's actually gotten to me a little bit. And, you guys being older, I'm sure it's fucking with you. I mean, messing with you. I'm sure it is, so.
This guy.
Yeah. Well, I try to stay inside air conditioning facilities as much as possible.
Run from air conditioning.
What about you, John? How long have you been down? Sean's been here a couple of years. How about you?
I've been here since May 1.
May 1st.
Yes.
So
I got a better tan than all of you. I just gotta say.
Yeah. So how do you like it so far down here in South Texas, man?
It's cool. It's a change of life. That's for sure. Different cultures. Good to see. Different food.
What are the differences between, Ohio, besides the weather, right? Besides cold weather, what's the difference between the culture here in the obviously we have a big Hispanic community down here. I don't know how big the Hispanic community is in the Ohio area. But we do have a lot of transplants that have gone from South Texas all over the United States during the 70s and 80s, with the migrant families moving up to work in the fields and then coming back home with the money and living down here. So we even have don't we have an uncle in Ohio?
Yes,
your uncle?
my Uncle Juan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still go out there and.
He's a Pittsburgh Steeler fan.
Yeah.
I can't handle him, bro. I can't handle him, bro.
Oh, we love him.
He's in Ohio, but he likes his Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
Yeah.
But every time he comes down, he's got his gold and black and shit. And I'm like, man, we're Cowboys, brother. But shit, they got more Super Bowls than we do, man.
That's right.
So, yeah, what is the difference, man?
Well, one thing's for sure, down here in the valley, you won't have a problem finding an attorney if anybody hits you.
That's true, bro.
There.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
Yeah. They buy bikes too, dude.
Sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, just the weather, the people, the culture, everything about it is different. I mean,
Get closer to the mic.
Have you ever
when
been to
talk.
Ohio?
I've never been to Ohio.
Right, so you got to check it out, especially you being in the rock and roll world. You got to get to the Rock Hall.
Yeah,
That's
the
for
Rock
sure.
and Roll Hall of Fame,
Check it
and then
out.
you've also got the NFL Hall of Fame up there too in Canton,
Yeah,
right?
we do in Canton.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So we've got a great thing happening, folks. It's going to be awesome. And Desperado Harley Davidson, 10 years already, and it's gone through some changes, and but the Harleys just keep rolling out, man. Tell me a little bit about what's going on with Harley Davidson right now, John.
Well, you know what? I'm going to defer this to Sean because he
Okay.
takes care of that part. I take care of the business end of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, Sean, you're basically take care of, all the Harley, the bikes in and out,
Sure. So, the new Harley just released the Sportster S, which is built on a similar platform to the Pan America, the adventure bike they put out earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pretty excited because these are liquid-cooled motors. They're 1250 cc's. They have the technology, different ride modes. It's a huge departure from the way Harley used to think about motorcycles. And they were, Honda always made these gold wings with all these buttons and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And all these knobs.
We used to call those the Winter Texan bikes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's funny because I'm starting to see them now.
And they look kind of comfy now. I'm like, I love the Road King. That's my bike.
Yeah, those bikes are more simply engineered, and that's always been Harley's thing. The Road King can't get any more simple. You turn it on, you hit the ignition, there's your horn, your throttle, your one headlight, and let's go rolling. You don't need all that.
I got
other
a Street
stuff.
Glide right now, but my first bike was a Harley, and it came straight out of the crate, man. They opened the crate, the bike came out, and it was love at first sight. There was, hearts flying all around my head and stuff. And I hadn't met my wife yet,
I know you
but
hadn't.
Right, that's good.
yeah, but she understood that she
That's
had
good.
to, she understood that my Harley had to sleep in the bedroom with us, and
Yeah. I can tell you, all those guys, anybody out there listening that thinks about riding, get the bike before the girl because it comes with you.
Not
she
unless
has to accept it.
Not unless she's got good credit. Not unless she's got good credit. Then she can get it for you. You know, you can charm her
Right.
into buying you the bike. When we do Harley rallies, biker rallies, I'll say that this is going out to all the guys whose bikes are under their wives' names.
Hey,
You should see how many women point at their guys,
Yes.
man.
I've sold a bike to a guy who every 2 years bought a new bike, but it had to be a black Street Glide because his wife didn't know. So he could just buy a new bike, and she thought it was the old one.
Oh, there you go, man.
Because, a lot of women, he's like, my wife doesn't even pay attention. She just knows it's black.
That guy's a regular Einstein, dude.
Smart one, right?
Yeah.
Strategize.
And John can tell you we've sold bikes to people who have hit them in their brother's garage or at their friend's house.
dear.
That's bullshit, dude. I would never do that. I mean,
What,
come
the
on.
second one?
You got to have some sort of testicular fortitude if you have a Harley, folks.
You would think so.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's listeners out now. He's pointing to his wife saying, see, honey, they said get the bike. She's going to know.
Yeah, something I recommend also if you decide to get your first time ever Harley is take the rider's course. Because, I was a one percenter for about 10 years because I didn't have a license to ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that sense, I was a one percenter. I was
Right.
illegal. And then I decided to take it. And I took it. And, dude, it was the greatest thing. I learned so much, and I became such a better rider that it's just something that has to go with buying that bike. Right, John?
Yeah, I mean, down here it's mandatory you take that class, where in Ohio you can just pony up, go take the written, and hop on your scooter and go take the riding test.
Yeah.
So it's a different world down here for that, but yes.
Yeah,
definitely
and
can learn from it.
and it doesn't take long to do it. It takes a couple of weekends of your time, but you're going to enjoy yourself doing it, and it's an awesome way to start riding. And you ride safe, you learn the ropes, you get your license, and now I'll ride with my license plate sticker expired. I don't care. I got a license, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Riding dirty.
Yeah.
That was the norm back in the day. You didn't get your license.
Dude, one time I was so paranoid because my sticker had expired. I had time to go get it. And one of my friends passed away. So, he was part of the biker community. And we went to the funeral and everybody went in their bikes, and I'm riding and I'm seeing like 3 bikes passing by. I'm like, they ain't got a sticker on them, bro. No. So I went up and his name is Capitan. Shout out to Capitan, man. I'm just burning you right now, bro.
Uh-oh.
I said, hey, Capitan, your sticker is... And he just looks at me and goes... Just be quiet, dude. Don't say nothing. It's all like, oh, shit. But but honestly, the Road King, when I first got it, it was 2006, straight out of the crate, and it had white walls. So it was one of the nostalgic ones, man. And then we had a fairing put on it. You can actually do that, folks. If you got a motorcycle, you can add a lot of stuff to it. I probably had one of the only Road Kings with a fairing on it back then, and it had stereo and everything. And my wife and we rode all over Texas on it. I mean, it was just an awesome motorcycle. We took it to Bandera, we took it to Houston, we took it to Austin. So that's something that's just amazing. If you're a married guy, your wife, you don't realize how great it is to ride with your significant other. Whether she's in her own bike or on her own bike or she's sitting with you in the back of the bike. But it really does. It brought us way closer together, man. When we'd take off by ourselves.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we had this couple of fun situations happen up in Bandera, man. But
Yep.
Don't tell us about it.
yeah, dude, it was crazy.
We'll flip the script and you tell us about
Yeah, man, yeah.
it. He's like, that's all I'm going to tell you.
So, ladies and
That's it,
gentlemen,
dude. That's it.
it's going to be happening this Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Desperado Harley-Davidson 10-year anniversary. Saturday, October 16th, 5 p.m., 10 p.m. It's bike night. You guys have bike night pretty regularly, right? Well, how does that work?
So we've been having them, but we do them off-site a lot with other vendors like Smoke and Moon, just whoever wants to get involved with us. We love taking the crew there. We've done them with Buffalo Rings and Rings. Where are the other ones we've had?
5x5.
5x5, yep, we've done them with those. So No, and we have tried a couple at the store. One was really good. The other ones, I think it was just a little too hot still, you know. But he doesn't like coming out. We were talking about how hot it was this summer. So
Yeah.
they come out a little later at night.
Yeah.
The vampires.
You know, the Desperado Harley Davidson, it used to be a concert hall.
Right.
And a lot of bands played in that building. I mean, classic bands and artists. And then they decided to turn it into Desperado Harley. And you know, when you first buy your Harley, right? Like I bought mine in 2006. You try to get as many T-shirts from different Harley Davidson stores throughout the nation as you can, because you want to show that, hey, man, I've been to this one, I've been to that one. I had friends sending me some from Nicaragua. I mean, this stuff is worldwide. Harley Davidson is worldwide.
Yes.
And so, I mean, it was just so much fun being able to do that and ride and pick up some T-shirts in different stores. And what I noticed is that we have a pretty big Harley Davidson store. There's some stores that I've been to that are tiny, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think of this store? I mean, look at the size of it, ladies and gentlemen. We have video of the inside, and this isn't even showing the service department or the lobby. This is just where you can get your motorcycles, where you can get your, garments, your shirts, your jackets, everything that's Harley, man, right?
Right.
It's definitely a big store. And then we have our sister store down in San Benito, Mad Boar, right? So that's to both worlds.
The Mad Boar's typically the size of Harley that I mean, I went to Seattle and it was about the size of that as well.
Right.
And yeah, I would think going to a big city was going to be way bigger than ours. I think one of the biggest ones I've heard, I've never been there, is in El Paso, Texas. Where
Barnett's?
Barnett, is that what it's called?
I've been there. Yeah.
How is that place, man?
It's pretty big. A lot of clothing, a lot of merchandise.
Yeah.
So, you know, they have a great selection.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we rode from Javelina, went to that Harley, and then all the way to El Paso. And it was a great trip.
You know what I was thinking of as well? You guys being from Ohio, you all couldn't really ride year round, right?
No, but we rode. We had hills. we had whoop-de-doos is what they call them.
Yeah.
Hills. So down here we go straight.
Yeah, we got flat country down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go down to Central Texas a little bit and get all those hills over there.
Yeah, we want to. I remember one of my friends telling me if I'm looking for a hill, he goes, "There's a hotel that sits up on like a little on-ramp," and I was like, he goes, "Seriously, that's probably the biggest hill you're gonna find." I'm like, but you can't get lost in this town because you can always see that building downtown.
Yeah,
So
that bank.
No matter where you're at, you can't
Just
get lost.
follow that, and you'll end up in the middle of
Right.
McAllen. Yeah.
So makes it easy to get around.
Yeah. No, man, I've been a Harley guy since I first, bought a bike in 2006, and it was really an amazing experience because it's being part of a culture. It's not just having a bike. You start becoming part of a culture of motorcyclist enthusiasts that help each other out and back each other up, and it's like you join a family, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I getting together, riding with friends or riding on your own, it's always something amazing, man. And, I've been looking at some of those bikes that are out, those three-wheelers and those, street glides and all these other beautiful bikes that you got. Many people start with a Sportster, right?
Yep, starter bike, yep.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that Sportster bike, Sean.
The 883.
Yeah.
That's the base model. They're great bikes down here. They got that cool look, a dark custom look with darker tanks.
We got them on the video of the bikes.
You
man.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
So they, those bikes right there are going to keep it under $12,000 for you. And to get into a Harley for that kind of price, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 1 year, 2 year bike. Then you're going to be trading it up.
Yes, you definitely are for something better, but not better, but bigger.
Yeah. Once you start getting used to it, and you get guys blowing your doors off on bigger bikes, you're going to be like, all right, I got to man up.
Yeah.
I got to get a bigger bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys suggest? Like, I know after you buy a motorcycle and then you ride with other guys and they got pipes on it and
Yes.
ape hangers, all that stuff. Then you decide you want to upgrade your bike, put some stuff on it.
Yeah.
Is it better to wait or to pretty much when you get the bike? Why don't you just add everything to it?
Well, John, you want to handle that?
Yeah, I definitely would do it right away. I mean, who wants to ride something that's quiet?
Yeah.
Your buddy's showing you up, especially when you're out riding with them.
Plus,
also-
you need to be heard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The main thing, be heard, but a lot of it comes with some custom coverage, especially with a new bike. Harley offers you some better setups if you do it right when you buy the bike.
That's what I did. I did when I got my my Street Glide. I said put the 16s on, the polyaphy bars, and then give me the Willie G special, chrome out, chrome package. Put the chrome boxes for the switchers and all that stuff. Yeah. And it came out, and it's like, man,
right.
And I ended up, paying it in my payments. It was just a little add-on to the payment. But I had the bike that was unique to me and to many people. It's just like that Harley Road King that I had with a fairing on it. Nobody had a fairing on it.
Yes.
Everywhere I went, the bikers would go like, man, I've never seen a Road King with a fairing on it. Well, now you have, brother. Hear that? And that makes you feel kind of special, right?
Everybody wants a one-off, right?
Yeah, but after 10 years, John and I have been in this working for Harley Davidson dealerships for about the same time frame. You just about think you see it all on a bike, and then something shows up that you've never seen before. And you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. I've never seen it. And you're talking about, we've seen thousands and thousands and thousands of Harleys coming and going. So that's pretty cool when you can see that. And have your bike like that, it's kind of like pride in yourself,
Yeah.
And it's a hobby. It's therapeutic. You go out and buy stuff. Let the wife go to the mall, and you go to the Harley dealership. See who can do more damage.
Hell yeah, dude. We probably would, man. Right? And then, you know what? And it's better to send your wife over because your wife, they got stuff for women, guys.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And when if you see the video that we had, my wife's trying on a jacket with a hoodie on it, and she had to take it, and I had to buy it, and I bought it for her because a happy wife is a happy life, Daddy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And maybe it'll make her want to ride with me again. You know what I mean?
Now not to leave the women out, because more and more women ride, and we sell more and more bikes to women who do not want to ride on the back anymore. They're like, I want my own wind. I don't want the sweaty breeze off of him.
Yeah.
I got to get my own.
Yeah. I'm sitting behind the farts. No more. Yeah, man. But I've had friends that ride their Harleys up from here all the way to Canada and back, and then Sturgis. And so, I mean, Harley is one of the most dependable bikes, and state-of-the-art stuff coming up with them, right?
Right. I'm part of a veterans group where we left McAllen over Memorial Day weekend and rode all the way to Bozeman, Montana. So we took a bunch of veterans and rode all the way up to New Mexico, the $1 Million Highway. It's called Ride for Your Flag. You don't mind if I plug them?
Go ahead, man.
It's a bunch of veterans. We try to raise money so we can send more veterans and we can take them all on this ride. And I can tell you, it'll change your life, especially because you're going through combat stuff with other guys. And I can tell you just about every one of us were shedding tears in our helmet and laughing at night and joking and dancing and drinking and
what a
riding.
brotherhood, man.
Wow.
So we leave.
Awesome.
It's called rideforyourflag.com. A great guy, Chris Briley, he's a friend of mine. He started it up. So check out that website. And if you can, go on that ride next year. Because where else do you find adventure nowadays?
Yeah.
And that was truly an adventurous ride. So you got to find that stuff in life.
And we've been wanting to go to Montana to go see Yellowstone.
We went right through it. Right
You
there.
did?
That ranch.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife, she loves Kevin Costner.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
My girl last night told me, she goes, it's coming back. It's like 3 weeks. 3 weeks to
November 1st.
The countdown has started.
And then they're like in Bozeman, Montana. And I was like, I ate there at that cafe. And she's like, I just love this show.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Good stuff,
That's
man.
funny.
Yeah. And then those shows went really well. The biker shows, Sons of Anarchy, the Mayans.
Yeah.
I mean, those things. Honestly, I saw some of the Sons of Anarchy, but I couldn't keep up with those. Every week there's a new one. I have to binge watch that shit because I ain't got time to be, who knows where the hell I'm going to be any other day.
Right.
But if it's on Netflix, I'll binge watch all 4 or 5 seasons of it or whatever. Yeah. But did you all, it really did change the biker culture, didn't it? It like everybody wanted to buy a motorcycle.
They wanted that Dyna with T-bars. That's what it was.
Yep, exactly.
With the small cowling on the front.
Yeah.
So every kid came in wanting, you got one of those bikes from Sons of Anarchy? I'm like, No, but for $4,000 more, we can build it for you.
Yeah.
You know,
It can be done.
it can definitely.
It can. And
They're
it's
still riding them out.
What
on
was the
West
name of
Coast.
the main character in that Sons of Anarchy? He had that bike.
Jax.
That Jax, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys keep up with that show?
We know who did.
Yeah.
That guy.
Sean, did you keep up with it, man?
Not really, but you know, like I said, it's something to talk about. So of course, I kept up with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because my customers coming in, where's those West Coast style? And those are club style bikes, man. They're still riding them on the West Coast religiously like that.
Yeah. And then the Mayans, the Mayans was a spinoff off of that because they had the war going with the, they had a beef going on with the Mayans. And I say all I ever see is clips on YouTube of it. I have never been able to sit down and watch the whole thing.
I haven't seen it either.
No.
No.
Yeah. And of course you had Harley Rider, the
Yeah.
Easy Rider movie that's right behind us.
Yep. John rode with Dennis Hopper back then.
That's
Absolutely.
You did?
This guy.
Hey, he's younger than me, dude. You're making me feel ancient over here. Ain't God, bro. What's up with that?
Yeah, no.
If he was riding with this guy, I was riding with Marlon Brando, the wild one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where that motorcycle
Right.
stuff came in, right? Have you all ever seen that movie, the wild one with Marlon Brando?
Long
You
time
should
ago.
check it out. It's about a bike club, a biker gang that goes into a small, sleepy little town in the Midwest or somewhere, and Marlon Brando's the main guy, and that's basically the movie that set him, that made him famous. And then you had the Easy Rider movie.
Right.
And then you had, other movies that were kind of low-budget drive-in movies in the 70s, about Hell's Angels and all that stuff.
Right.
And then you had Wild Hogs. Right. That's when, the middle-age crisis thing.
Yeah. Well, that happens a lot.
It does, right?
You know?
Yeah.
And, I bought my first Harley when I was 38, dude.
Yeah.
So I was reaching that 40, But it really isn't really like a midlife crisis thing. It's like kids are grown.
Yes.
I've already, paid off a lot of bills.
Yes.
It's time for me to buy something I can enjoy.
Right.
And so you do that. You get involved and you go and you look for a motorcycle and you buy it and then you ride and you do things that you weren't able to do because you were so busy working, paying off bills and getting rid of some debt. And now you can, enjoy life, right, John?
Right. As the kids get older, you can go do what you want to do, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, you guys got kids, man?
I do. I have a 21-year-old boy.
21-year-old?
Yeah.
Is he living here in the Valley or is
No,
he?
he lives up in Ohio still. Goes to school in PA, but he's a rider.
All right, cool.
Yep.
And so he goes to school in PA. So what Penn State or?
No, he goes to Slippery Rock University.
What about you, Sean?
I have 2 girls and a boy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Youngsters?
No, the girls are already through college and they're getting ready to hit 30 or around 30 years old. And
Well, they must be good girls because you still got hair. I mean,
not much.
look at John. He's got all his hair, dude. He's got a son.
Not much. The girls, I'm proud of my daughters. One of them went to Ohio State, one went to OU. My son's like me. He's a knucklehead. He is. He's out there traveling around, finding his own way.
There's nothing wrong with that.
nothing at all.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's not being a knucklehead. That's
No.
like doing what you want. I mean, I've been a free spirit all my life.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody could hold me down.
It's okay to be free-spirited, but when you have to call your daddy for money,
Oh,
that's where I draw the line.
well, that's well. Daddy has to say, "Sorry, son, I'm broke. I ain't
I'm
got no."
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let him find his way.
That's why when you buy a house, you only get like a 2-bedroom. That way the kids can't move back in.
Yeah. Hey, us Hispanics, we want our youngest to be with us all our lives,
I
Joe.
Forever.
The youngest one
Yeah.
never leaves.
I know.
He's
Doesn't
50
seem
years
like
old.
any
He's
of them
living
do.
with mom, huh?
It doesn't seem like any of them do. They all live at home.
Yeah.
Most of my sales staff live at home. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, man, I wanted to get the hell out of my parents' house when I was 16.
Me
15,
too.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And so I've always been that type of person. I never liked authority, and I like to do my own thing. And if I'm going to do something that ain't fun, I ain't going to do it. It's got to be fun. And fortunately, I stepped into the nightclub scene, and I started DJing, and that was fun.
Yeah.
I was making some money, but then I got on the radio, And you know, I've been in radio ever since, and you know, and now we've got YouTube. I mean, these modern technology. How has the new technology of social media and all that affected, you know, the sales of Harley Davidson, man?
Digital marketing is huge. It's really a big part of our world right now, especially with the whole COVID thing going on and people still not wanting to go out and about. So digital marketing is huge.
Yeah. Do you guys, you know, I can go on the Desperado Harley Davidson website, look at some bikes and order it and taken care of and just go pick it up. How does that work, Sean?
Yes, I mean, we're pretty accommodating because of the COVID. So Harley loosened up some of their constraints. So we can go to your house if you want us to. We've gone to people's businesses. You can do all this stuff via internet or credit apps online. We can get all this information for you. So it shares when you come in. It's very minimal. You could be in and out within like an hour if you want to be.
Yeah.
But we really like people to experience the bike before you purchase it. So we want you to come in and sit on it and ride it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm that type of person. My wife's an online shopping professional.
Yeah.
I'm not. And and sometimes I'll tell her, well, look this up, and she'll find it, and she'll get it for me, and she'll find the best price and everything. I mean, she's a pro. But I've always been that impulsive person that I need to go get on it. I need to try it out. I need to ride it. Okay, now I want it. You know?
Right.
So you got to go into the Desperado Harley Davidson dealership, folks, to check out some of the awesome motorcycles, man. And the weather's just about to change, and it's going to be awesome. Fall riding is probably some of the best riding you can have in South Texas.
Absolutely.
And in the state of Texas, man, because it doesn't get that cold. We don't get snow. Well, we did last year.
Yeah.
We did.
In January, but that was the longest my bike was in the garage, a week, you know?
Right.
Over there, like in Ohio, how do you do it having to put your bike in a garage for what, months, right?
Well, we just drink a lot more.
Yeah.
And wait for spring.
From about October to March, they put up.
And do you guys at least get in the garage and turn her on and smell that gas and, get that smell of the Harley?
A lot of guys got to get that snowblower in the garage, so they got to go store that bike somewhere up in Ohio, right?
Oh, man.
Get it winterized. So,
dude, I don't know how I do it living up there, bro.
Well, a lot of us do keep our bikes because there's times in the north it does get warm. I've ridden on Christmas Day and it's been in short sleeves. So, we get those warm spells sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you live for it. All the bikes come out.
Yeah. But it's few and far between.
But once spring opens up there, it's like you better get your bike before, because if you wait until then, you're going to be waiting in lines, and we're backed up and buildings full of people. All of them want their bike now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would imagine. Yes. I mean, jonesing for about 5 months, dude.
Yeah.
Without your Harley, I don't know about that, man. I mean, hey, we're lucky we live in Texas. We're lucky we live in South Texas.
Yes.
We can ride. We don't need to put that battery charger on our bike too many times, you know? Right?
Yeah, right.
Now, speaking of battery charger and stuff like that, you've got a parts and service department. Tell me a little bit about that. One of you guys.
So parts and service, we've recently combined them together for ease of the customer. But yes, they're located in the center of the store now. Harley sells everything from a cigarette lighter to a garage door opener to heated seats. The clothing department sells everything from baby clothes, dog toys, all the way to something for Grandpa over there.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for those Harley Davidson Depends.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them yet.
I'll just put a sticker on mine. It'll be Harley Davidson. Hell yeah. So, I noticed that a lot of people that if you're a Harley rider and you're watching the show, you probably remember going up to the garage door and then just it opens up by itself. And I always wonder, how the hell did they do that? Well, is this a hocus pocus type of thing or open sesame or something? I don't know. But I used to always trip. I'd be like, how do they know I'm out here?
Clapper.
How did it? Yeah. So the garage door would open. You take the bike into that scale, right? And then they'd weigh it up, and then they take it in, and they'd ask you what you need it on and stuff. And they take it into the back where there's lots of awesome bikes as well that are stored in there. And then they do all the oil changes and all that. If you buy a Harley, they suggest that after I think 1,000 miles or 10,000, 1,000 miles.
1,000 miles. Yes.
It's a service.
Yes, sir.
It's 1,000-mile service, and then after that, it's a 5,000, and then it's a 10,000. And every 5,000 miles, you want to service the bike. And if it's been sitting around for a long time and you want to ride it again, you might want to take it in and get it serviced and get it checked to make sure it's in proper shape in order for you to be able to ride it safely.
Right.
Now, what happens with these service? What exactly do they do to the Harley when you take it in for that 1,000-mile service, that 5,000-mile service, that 10,000-mile service?
So there's way more than everybody thinks to it. It's a 125-point check. There's 3 fluid changes. They make sure that the tires are inflated, which is super important on a motorcycle, right? Generally, the whole safety issue. They tighten all the critical fasteners, change the fluids on the bike. Like I said, make sure that everything's ready to go. We give your bike a good washing before it leaves, and on the road you are safe for another 5,000 miles.
Yeah, I just went and got mine done, and I was looking at my bike, and I'm saying this afternoon's weather was perfect to be on the bike. The clouds, no sun, the weather's fine, and it's going to be like that for this week. So I'm getting my Harley, and I'm living north of Edinburgh, so I'm like 20 minutes away from work, where I used to be like 5 minutes. Yeah, and I used to hate getting up early in the morning and riding for 5 minutes.
Right, that would, most of us live farther away when we get houses, so we can at least ride to work in the morning.
Yeah,
and it's crazy, but it's true. If you work at it, you don't want to get up and live 5 minutes away.
Exactly, dude. And so now I live out there, and I'm like, it's worth riding to work now,
Yeah.
And even after those 20 minutes, you just want to keep going, because there's nothing better, folks, than riding at the beginning of the day.
Right.
You wake up at 5:30, you put on your gear, you get into the garage, you turn on that bike, you smell it, then you get on it, and then you take off.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful.
It is.
It's beautiful, man. And then by the time it's 10 o'clock, 10:30, you get to your coffee shop, you get your breakfast stock or your coffee, and then you start riding after that, right on back, and then you've got your good time that you did, man.
It's definitely a good way to decompress after work. You leave work, I get on my bike and I ride home, and by that time, nothing matters. Yeah. Whatever was bugging me doesn't matter.
And nothing else matters. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Saturday night, Desperado Harley Davidson's 10-year anniversary, located Benson and Expressway 83 in McAllen. I want to invite everybody personally, because Whiskey D, we're celebrating 10 years as well, along with Desperado Harley Davidson. It seems like all the planets were aligned. God just threw it on us right there and said, You know what, I'm going to put these two guys together because they're celebrating 10 years. And 10 years is a long road, man. And then let me tell you, it's been great. It's been a great ride. 10-year anniversary. Saturday, October 16th. It's this Saturday, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Band starts at 5:15 with none other than Venomous. Those guys are going to tear it up from 5:15 to 6 o'clock. Then at 6 o'clock, we've got the Rob Gracia Band. These guys, man, they have a bass player, a drummer. These guys are amazing, and they're going to warm the crowd up as well. And then Whiskey D is going to hit the stage about 7:30, and we're going to leave it all on stage. We're going to do 90 to 2 hours. 90 minutes to 2 hours. We're going to get up there. We ain't going to stop, and we're going to play every song we got on our set list. We're going to have a costume contest with prizes, cold beer, Harleys, the giveaways. I'm going to take T-shirts to give away. We'll be throwing them from the stage. Bikers will be there, and all kinds of motorcycle enthusiasts. Even if you're not a biker, go by and check it out. And I guarantee you, you're going to love it, and you're going to enjoy it, and you just might want to buy a Harley. Full-blown stage and production. Like I said, costume contest with prizes. It's happening this Saturday. Make sure to share the event. That's on social media. Go to Desperado Harley Davidson or Whiskey D fan page and share the event so everybody can find out about it, because without you all, we don't exist. And that's why we're doing this 10-year anniversary, out of thanking you all for helping us be around that long, man. So it's going to be awesome this Saturday night. And it's happening at Desperado Harley Davidson. Once again, it's right on Benson and Expressway 83. If you remember going to concerts at the Villarreal Convention Center, that is where it's at. Yep. That is what it is now. And we're just excited, man. How about you, John? You ready for Saturday?
Man, I'm totally ready for this. It was something that I really look forward to when I first signed on with the Murphy family, was the 10-year party.
Yeah.
Waiting for this. So daytime for the kids, costume contest for them as well. Get some pictures taken. Hit each department and pick up some candy.
Yeah.
Bring out your kids early in the day, put them to bed, and come on back in the evening.
What about you, Sean? You ready for Saturday, man?
I'm ready. My guys are ready. We're going to have a tent sale during the day, so I'm going to try to, I don't want to give it away, but some people are going to get some really good deals on a few motorcycles I have.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
So don't be don't sit at home. Get
Yeah,
off
no, don't sit at home.
No.
And the great thing about it is
No.
the weather's going to be awesome. There's a cool
Yes.
front coming in Friday night, Saturday morning, and there will be some rain at the beginning of the day in the morning when the line of the cool front comes in. It usually brings in some rain right at the line where the heat meets the cold.
It never rains at the
And
Harley store.
Yeah, and no, and it,
It's funny.
I've rode one time. I was riding on the expressway, and it was early in the morning. It was probably about 7.
Yes.
And there was I could see the line of clouds with the clear, and
Yeah.
there was a little bit of rain, and we got hit with a little bit of rain, but it was nothing, and and the rest of the day was amazing.
Yes.
And that's exactly what's going to be happening on Saturday. Saturday, it'll be a little bit of rain in the morning to just wet things down, cool things down, and then from there on, the rest of the day, it's going to be cloudy, high 79, 75, and it's going to be beautiful. In the evening, about mid-60s, and if you want to take your lawn chair or whatever kind of chair you use to sit down, take it over to the Desperado, and you can hang out and grab a chair and watch the show from the front of the stage. I mean, we're just going to have a fun time. And I don't just sing out there, man. I joke around. I have a lot of fun with the audience, John. So I'm ready.
Good deal.
We're ready to go, man.
Some biker games.
Yeah.
There's a t-shirt contest.
Yeah.
Slow drags.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, man, thanks for having us, though.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
this is
dude.
awesome.
You know, I'm like, thank you so much. It's the second time I've done an interview with you.
Oh, yeah.
The last time was from the showroom.
Yeah, because at Q94.5, I'll
Yep.
rock all the time, which is
Yeah.
where I'm at every morning. I got to meet Sean. We did a Zoom, which I don't really dig the Zoom stuff. I'd rather have you guys here,
Yes. Yeah, I like this.
But
better.
we did a Zoom thing for veterans because Harley's always doing things for veterans, man.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Religious.
and there's groups of bikers that are veterans, so I mean, it's something that's just awesome and amazing. And you guys had done something for Veterans Day last year, right? What was going on?
Yes, I think we did a ride and lunch because it was on a weekday.
Mm-hmm.
So when it falls on a weekday, it's a little tougher. But I know we did several things like a veterans ride, and then we had food, and I think we had a band play out front. Nothing like Whiskey D.
Yeah. Now, well, you know what?
No.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. The first band playing
Yeah.
Venomous. I mean, those guys are very colorful and
Yes.
they're energetic. So they're going to get it started. And then we've got Rob Gracia Band. We've played with them before. The last show we did actually was with them.
At the island?
At Coral Reef. I
Yeah.
always want to call it Cypress. Cypress was an old biker bar in McAllen, Texas, back when I was growing up. But the Coral Reef, we played out there in June, and it was for a bike run that started at Desperado. And as a matter of fact, Desperado was there as well. And man, they were amazing. I mean, the music was amazing. They did some great rock, and their showmanship is awesome. And then you've got us, Whiskey D. I mean, we've been doing this for 10 years. The core of the bandmates have been together all that time. So we know each other like the back of our hand, you know what I mean? So anytime, we all know where everybody's at on stage. And we're going to play every single song we've ever done on Saturday night because we are excited to be part of this event. We haven't played a Desperado Harley Davidson in a long time. The last time we performed there was probably about 5-6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's
and
been
we
a while.
played inside. But this time we're going to make it an outdoor event,
Yes.
and everything's going to be awesome. What else is happening on Saturday? You're going to start off early. I mean, what time do you all open the shop?
Yeah, we open at 9:00 in the morning on Saturday. So, I mean, we're starting off early. You know, my sales guys, those guys are there really early because, you know, they're very eager. They got a lot of customers to help. And with all these people coming in, be patient because we're going to get to you. But there's going to be more of you than us. So
Yeah.
we're
And there's like, you know,
going to be running.
if you want to if there's anywhere to hang out, it's inside a Harley store, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
You guys
Yep.
got a couch there in the, you
Yeah.
know, I love sitting there and just hanging out. I mean, it's just, and watching the bike, just the smell of bikes, dude.
Yeah.
It's just great. I love it.
Nobody buys a car and goes back to the
No.
car dealership, right?
Never.
Oh,
They
no.
buy a Harley, they
that's
come hang
true.
out.
It's
right?
like that. It's like with tattoos. How many other brands do people religiously get tattooed on their arm besides a Harley Davidson?
That's
You might see
true.
some weirdo with the golden arches here and there, but it just,
Around here, it's a W.
yeah,
it's
that,
a
yeah,
Whataburger.
right,
Yes,
right.
Yeah. Speaking of Whataburger,
Yeah.
they don't have that in Ohio, right?
No,
Hear that, Jake?
Yeah.
yeah.
My kid listened, and I told him about it when I first came down here. I was
Yeah.
like, you got to try this.
When is he going to come down, man?
I don't know. School's tough for him, man. So maybe between Thanksgiving and
Christmas
I can get him.
vacation. Is your whole family over there? Are you down here by yourself?
I'm here by myself, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
man. And your whole family's in Ohio.
Yep.
Man, how tough is that, John?
You know, with part of the Harley world, right? You
Yeah.
you bounce around. How many stores you been at?
Like 8.
Right? I've been at 3 or 4. So it's
I
just
don't
part
know.
of the
My
life.
wife would let me go to Ohio and leave her here, bro.
I'd go with
solo.
you.
Yeah.
I'd go with you. What do you mean?
My girl works at Desperado, so we got her a job there, so I can keep an eye on her.
Oh, there you go, man. There you go.
You know, I know
She's
where she's
probably
at.
keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Especially if you're hanging out with this guy over
Yeah.
here, John, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm bad influence on him. I'm solo. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it'd be cool if your son comes down, man.
Yeah,
Make sure
yeah.
to let us know so we
I
can
will.
hang out with him. We'll take him out to eat and stuff,
Yeah, it'd be a
man.
good time.
You can always send him some Whataburgers like my aunt.
Yeah, yeah, we'll send them overnight.
There you go.
Overnight.
Yeah, they still taste good the next day, dude.
They
You know what I'm
do.
saying?
Right, right.
Reheated.
Yeah.
I sent my parents some tamales from Delia's.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yes.
another one. Yeah, there you
You
go.
know.
What did they
Yeah.
say? What did they
Send more.
send more?
Chicken and cheese, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So what was the burger chain of choice over there, man? McDonald's or what?
I guess. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of burgers.
No.
There's some good stuff. I mean, Cleveland's got some good restaurants, some like great chefs like Michael Simon.
Yeah.
And they open up their own.
But those are restaurants. Sometimes
Yeah.
fast food joints. I
Oh,
need a
dude.
Whataburger. Is
No.
you know Jack in the Box is
Yeah.
popular all over, and so is
It's not in Ohio.
McDonald's. But Whataburger, and then over there in California, you got the In-N-Out burger.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've already moved into
Yep.
Whataburger territory over
Yeah.
here in
They
San
have.
Antonio.
Yeah.
And I tried them, and it was all right. It was
Yeah.
good. But I mean, Whataburger's just Whataburger.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things I said to my kid was, "You got to try this."
Right?
Crazy, you got a
Yeah.
burger. This way.
As a matter of fact, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. What size is your son, dude? What size is your son? We'll
a
send.
large, yeah,
He's
we'll
a
get him
large.
some,
Just
yeah.
send it here, man. There you go, bro. Send it to your son.
There you go, buddy.
Send it to your son. There you go, man. Yeah, he'll be the only one with a. You know, those are. You gotta watch when you have any Whataburger swag. You gotta watch out, dude. They'll
Yes.
take it from you, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been awesome to have these guys over on a Monday night. We usually don't open the doors on Monday night. We're doing Tuesday through Thursday, but this is something special, and it's something that's really going to be amazing, and it's going to happen Saturday night. And there's no excuse and no reason why you shouldn't be there. It's going to be an outdoor event. There's social distancing if you want, whatever.
Yes.
You want to wear your mask, go ahead and wear your mask. You don't want to wear it, don't wear it. This is Harley Davidson is about freedom.
Yes.
It's about riding. It's about feeling the elements of the earth and the wind and the aromas of the countryside. And it's a brotherhood. It's a culture. It's something that is unlike any other motorcycle brand anywhere in the United States of America or the entire world. Harley Davidson has been the one, man, since my wife was just watching the beginning of the Harley Davidson stuff, right?
I was. I don't remember what the name of the show was called, but I know it was on A&E, and it was the history of Harley Davidson.
I think it was Harley and the Davidsons.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
She was totally intrigued with it.
Right.
I was so blown away with it.
Pretty
Yeah.
incredible.
Yes, it is. It
Yeah,
was.
ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing like owning a Harley Davidson, and the place to get it is Desperado Harley Davidson here, Benson and Expressway 83 in McAllen, Texas. And like I said, this Saturday night,
Yes.
it's going to be fantastic. That's starting in the afternoon, but they open at 9 all day. There's something going on.
Right.
You're going to have a costume contest for the kiddos during the day and everything, and then at night we'll have an adult costume contest with prizes and giveaways and all that good stuff. Great live music. It's going to be an outdoor concert, stage, production, and it's just going to be an awesome thing for everybody to enjoy, and it's free, okay? It's free admission for everybody, and it's to celebrate 10 years of Desperado Harley Davidson. Shout out to Stratton and Mark, of course, the
Yes.
guys that took over Desperado and Madbor and the local Harley Davidson dealerships 10 years ago.
Yep.
Right.
10 years ago. So they're going to be there. Are they going to be there?
Actually, no, they got a couple other things going on right now.
Those guys are always busy, man.
Yeah, they got other businesses.
All
right?
kinds of stuff going on all through the East Coast and the West Coast.
We like it that
Yeah,
they're,
right.
Yeah.
they're busy.
Yeah.
And they're not watching this.
Yeah.
But on that note, though, when it comes to those guys, Mark and Stratton, really it's the staff, right? Without those guys.
Send some shout outs. Who's there? Who's at the
Well, we got Eric in the back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cruz and Chema.
Yeah,
and
those
Mist and Chema, right?
Those are your techs, guys. They
Dude,
work their asses off, and
right?
nobody ever sees them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
You
behind
know.
the scenes, right?
Yeah. So
They're the Harley Davidson Geek Squad.
they're back there. You know, and
Just the whole staff has really
Yeah.
come together, and they'll all be together for Saturday. We put in some hours, man. We really do. We spend a lot of time, more time we do with our families. So shout out to all those guys, even out at Mad Boar. I know that they're kind of left out there a little bit, but same thing, man. Good crew of people.
Yeah.
Really good crew of people.
Yep, we've hired well since we got down here.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be fantastic, and I will agree that you have hired well. You hired Whiskey D, man. So.
There you go.
Did you want to play the video with audio? The
Yeah,
Whiskey video
we'll
with
play
audio?
the video with audio when we say goodbye. But
Okay.
guys, I really appreciate. I hope this isn't the last time you guys come and hang out. I mean,
this.
we don't always have to talk about just bikes. There's just a lot of things in general that we could talk about. Today we talked about the NFL. We talked
Right.
about Whataburger.
Yeah.
We talked about Ohio. We talked about the Rio Grande Valley. We talked about our families, kids. We talked about a lot of great things.
And don't forget riding to Montana for your flag.
Yeah, riding to my. I'm gonna have, dude. I would love to do that,
That's
man.
amazing.
Get prepared. We need
Do
to
it.
have an
Yes.
iron ass.
Yeah.
We-
Yeah.
Have you been to Sturgis?
No, never been to Sturgis.
What's the furthest you've ever ridden?
The furthest is just here, Central Texas.
Wow.
I mean, just the hill country, pretty much. Because I can't get away too much with
Right.
So
for
busy.
too long.
You can take the show on the road.
Yeah, no. One of these days,
Look,
look.
right.
One
You
of
know?
these days, this is all we're gonna
Don't
be
give
doing.
them any ideas,
Hey,
please.
you can we can just
No,
outfit
yeah,
it. We can
yeah.
outfit a trailer like this, and you can just
Yes.
all the way up there and do.
I
the
have
show.
a tour bus.
There you
I'll be
go.
a roadie.
I have a tour bus.
Right.
I mean, that's the eventual plan,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's like we're going to be retiring, traveling, and doing a
Yeah.
show and making some money. You know what I
Right.
mean?
There you go.
So that's the long term, But right now we're putting in the hours because we believe in paying your dues before you get to where you get.
Right.
And this is part of paying our dues: is being consistent, being on when we say we're going to be on.
That's right.
Bringing on the people we say we're going to bring, and entertaining everybody on a nightly basis. I don't think there's anybody else
No.
doing live shows on YouTube every single night.
I
Here
love-
in Texas, I don't know.
I love it, man. We're John's trying to hire a couple positions. We need people to show up to these interviews.
Okay, well, what are you looking
mean,
for?
Marketing person.
Marketing
for sure.
person, and
Yeah.
they don't show up. Young people.
The millennials?
no.
They set,
Terrible.
Or
they set the
Generation Z, or what is it?
I don't know, but they set the appointment to show up for the interview, and then they just don't come.
You know
You know?
what?
Wow.
And it
That
seems to
baffles
be
me.
it seems to be another
Yeah.
type of pandemic that's
Yeah.
going on.
Right?
It's not just COVID. I mean, it's like people.
Yeah.
I mean, we have these tankers there on the side of the coast there in
Yeah.
California
Right.
that can't get unloaded because we don't have people wanting to work to do it.
The
Right.
manpower.
When I was
Right.
growing up, dude, I was telling my wife on the way over here, it's starting to get cold, and I saw some oranges thrown on the road. I was
Yeah.
like, every turn there was oranges. I mean,
Yeah.
that truck's dropping oranges every turn.
Yeah.
And I remember growing up, it'd be cold weather during Christmas vacation from school. I'd be picking oranges
Right.
to make cash. I could buy my Van Halen record,
Right?
and buy my weed and my beer or whatever. I mean, I was a youngster. I was a partier.
Luckily, it was a lot cheaper back then.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And so I just don't understand why it's hard to get people to work. I don't know, but we'll see. I hope things get better, man. I hope things get better.
Yeah.
But, if you stress about any of that, ladies and gentlemen, the best way to de-stress is to get on a Harley Davidson.
Yes.
And that's what you got to do. Desperado Harley Davidson, corner of Benson and Expressway 83. It's happening this Saturday night, and we want you to join us. You can go on our social media, go to Desperado HD, go to Mad Boar Harley Davidson, and, share the event page, and that way all your friends can find out about it. Let's make a group party. Call up some friends, text them, message them, tell them, hey, let's get together Saturday night, man. All right, there's no fight going on like there was this past Saturday.
Right.
So there's no reason to stay home. Get on that bike. The weather's going to be cool. Put on your leather jacket. Come on down to Desperado Harley Davidson, and let's enjoy some great live music with Venomous, Rob Gracia Band, and Whiskey D, some food, some cold beer, some great giveaways, all kinds of costume contests, plus some great deals on wheels, man, on those motorcycles. So
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
be seeing you on Saturday night. I hope you get to be there, right?
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
John, Sean, Thank you so much. We're going to leave you with a Whiskey D video. This is a video we put together with one of our live tunes from our bootleg album. It's Just Got Paid by the little old band from Texas, and we want to dedicate it to Dusty Hill, who passed away a few months ago and is no longer, and ZZ's Top is still going on. They're still performing. So, but this is our version of it, and we put a lot of great highlights from our past 10 years on this video, so all of you could check it out. But don't forget, tell all your friends, Saturday night, Desperado Harley Davidson.
I'm so sorry, just real quick. It's the one where it has all the people on the side of the wall, right?
Yeah,
Is that it?
it's
Okay.
that one.
Okay. All right, just making sure. All right.
Here's a little song we want to dedicate to everybody. This is on the re-release of the One Last Shot CD, a little old band from Texas for you. Thank you so much. God bless. Let me hear everybody scream. Just got paid today, got me a pocket full of change. I said I just got paid today, got me a pocket full of change. You know what I'm talking about? If you believe like working hard all day, just step in my boots and take my pay. Come on! Well, I was born my papa's son. When I hit the ground, I was on the run. I had one glad hand and the other behind. You could have yours, just give me mine. When the hound dog's howling at the end of the night, stick my hand in my pocket, everything alright. Yeah! Come on! Got me a pocket full of change. I said, black sheep, black, do you got some more? Yes, I do, man. My bag is full, baby. You believe like working hard all day, just step on my boots and take my pay. Come on.